Hello and welcome once again to Jacob's Toys, and as promised, let's have a look at that first official look at Thor Love and Thunder. So as you may have seen on the internet, a poster for Thor Love and Thunder has surfaced. Funny story about this is this actually popped up in one of the Facebook groups that I'm a member of yesterday. It was actually shared by Midco Toys, or Toy Planet as well, which is a small toy shop in Derby here in the UK. And it was shared in one of the Facebook groups that I'm a member of. And I thought that looks really cool. Just kind of assumed that it was kind of a general release and that it was going to be everywhere. So I put it on my Instagram and, you know, boom, sort of had sort of 3,500 likes quite quickly. And I started receiving quite a few messages as well from people asking where it came from and was it legit and where did I see it, etc. The actual picture, this one here, was a picture of the Thor Love and Thunder poster in a like a poster rack that we have here in the UK. By Pyramid Posters. Pyramid is a brand that releases posters that you see in a lot of the kind of pop culture shops. So I shared it on my Instagram and lots of people picked up on it. It was then shared on things like Instagram and stuff like that, and Twitter as well. Various different people started sharing it all over the place, and it kind of went a little bit viral because I think that it was the first kind of real official look at the Thor Love and Thunder. Now, Thor Love and Thunder isn't actually due to be released until July next year, July 2022. Pretty sure that's the date anyway. So obviously this is quite far in advance in regards to giving us clues as to sort of poster, costume details and characters that are going to show up, etc. If I was a gambling man, I would say that this probably had a street date on it that was missed, and therefore it was put out, and unfortunately it was just shared on social media, and as the internet does, just picked up. I kind of wish I'd sort of thrown my name on it or something, because I didn't expect it to kind of go as viral as it did, but obviously it's been shared all over the place, and I wasn't the one that kind of first released it. I just shared it from a group that I was on, but I thought I'd do in this video is I'd just break down a few things in that poster that we can see that might give a bit of a clue as to what's going on in the film or what we can expect. So without further ado, let's jump in and have a look at that poster. So here we go, here is the poster in its glory. Now, the funny thing is after this was shared on the internet, an official version came out, so that's why we get this kind of better rendered version with a lot more detail. So it has actually officially been released now. So I just want to go over a few things that I'm picking up from this picture. The first one obviously is Jane Foster's Thor. We see her here with Mjolnir. You can see that it's got its cracks and stuff, so obviously where it was destroyed in the previous film, it's obviously been pieced back together. You can obviously see a better look at the top half of her costume as well, which is very kind of comic book accurate and definitely looks good. I think she's going to be a very cool character in the film. Actually looking at Chris Hemsworth's Thor, we've got three versions of him here. We've got the one in the middle, which has like the blue and red and gold costume, which is obviously a bit of a unique look. It's got the same kind of colour palette as Captain Marvel, but obviously no link there, which is a cool look. I think that's going to be really, really cool to see, and obviously when it comes to action figures, it'd be really cool to get like a follow-up action figure of Thor in this costume. At the top right hand corner, you see him there in the kind of 80s style red jacket that we've seen in some of the leaked images. This is the kind of really beefed up buff kind of version of Thor that we see him kind of on his road to kind of getting back to the shape that he was in, and then obviously you see there's a ship there as well kind of in the middle, and you can see a version of him there in like a gold and black and a little bit of silver as well. So there's the three versions of him there. Obviously we see Valkyrie as well, and she's on her horse, her winged horse Aragon there at the top, and she's also got a new outfit on. Just below her we obviously see fan favourite Korg, and he's got a very Viking looking outfit, considering his outfit last time was quite nude, you know, saw a lot of his body underneath. There was just a couple of straps and like the skirt. This is a much more kind of Viking looking outfit with the kind of furry shoulders and stuff, and it also looks like he's got a moustache as well, whether that's a stuck on moustache or a legitimate moustache, but he's definitely got one there. You can also as well see Stormbreaker there. You can see the Stormbreaker kind of quite central at the top there on the left hand side, and you can also see the sort of 80s red jacketed Thor wielding Stormbreaker as well. And the other thing to mention as well, obviously like I mentioned, is the ship. There's like a Viking looking ship with the four kind of main characters on it as well. Valkyrie, both Thors, and of course Korg. And then we have the goats at the front, the Tooth Grinder and Tooth Gnasher. Now these are obviously from Norse mythology, so it's definitely worth reading up on those. But they look like they're going to add some real comical elements to the film, which I cannot wait to see. Now, one thing that's definitely missing is there's no Gore. So obviously Gore has been named as the villain for the film, and there's definitely no sign of him there. There's obviously no Meek as well. Now, we found out that Meek wasn't dead, and we did see him in Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War. So Meek's not there either, which is a shame. But that, of course, doesn't mean he's not going to feature in the film. Now, the last time we saw Chris Hemsworth Thor, he was obviously sailing off with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is due out in May, and Thor Love and Thunder is due out in July. July. So obviously that says to me that whatever story arc he's got with the Guardians of the Galaxy is going to get wrapped up in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, because there's no sign of them here on the poster. And I would have thought that if they did feature in the film, for the sake of a poster with this much going on, they definitely would have put them in, whether it was the ship or just even a character or two somewhere. There's definitely space there. That's about all I can pull from this, having a look. I think it looks fantastic. I think the colours look great. The costumes look great. It's definitely keeping him in line with that kind of comical vibe that the Thor film definitely had from Ragnarok. And I really hope it sort of stays on that level. But I definitely think that this could be one of the top contenders for Film of the Year. I cannot wait to see it. And I'm really, really pleased that we got this kind of sneak peek ahead of anything else. So there we have it. That is about all I can kind of get out of the poster. Obviously, it's been pulled apart by various different people over the internet, so do have a look at the various different sites and see what else they're saying. Obviously, my name is Jacob, Jacob's Toys. Please do like, share, subscribe, follow, all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated, and I will see you very soon.